Elon Musk's attack on the government's handling of grooming gangs is misjudged and certainly misinformed, Health Secretary Wes Streeting has said. Tech multi-billionaire Musk has posted a series of messages on his social media site X, accusing Sir Keir Starmer of failing to prosecute gangs that systematically groomed and raped young girls, and calling for safeguarding Minister Jess Phillips to be jailed. Asked about his comments, Streeting said, "This government takes the issue of child sexual exploitation incredibly seriously." He invited Musk to roll up his sleeves and work with us against rape gangs. The Tories have also criticized Musk for sharing things that are factually inaccurate. While visiting a care home in Carlisle on Friday, Streeting said Labour was getting on with the job of implementing the recommendations of the independent inquiry into child sexual abuse led by Professor Alexis J. in full. He told reporters, "Some of the criticisms Elon Musk has made I think are misjudged and certainly misinformed. But we're willing to work with Elon Musk, who I think has got a big role to play with his social media platform to help us and other countries tackle these serious issues. If he wants to work with us and roll his sleeves up, we'd welcome that." Musk, a key advisor to U.S. President-elect Donald Trump, has accused Sir Keir of failing to properly prosecute rape gangs while Director of Public Prosecutions, DPP, and has repeatedly retweeted Reform UK and Conservative MPs calling for a national inquiry. He also suggested safeguarding Minister Jess Phillips deserves to be in prison after she rejected a request for the Home Office to order a public inquiry into child sexual exploitation in Oldham. She said the council should commission a local inquiry instead, as happened in Rotherham and Telford. The decision was criticized by several senior Tories, despite the previous Conservative government turning down a similar request in 2022. Tory leader Kemi Badenoch has called for a full national public inquiry into what she called the UK's rape gang scandal. But the party has also criticized Musk for sharing things that are factually inaccurate and distanced itself from his call for Phillips to be jailed. Alicia Kearns, who shadows Phillips as the Conservative spokesperson on safeguarding, told BBC Radio 5 Live Musk had fallen prone to sharing things on his X platform without critically assessing them. She accused Musk of drawing away attention from the survivors and from the victims of rape gangs, and lionizing people like far-right activist Tommy Robinson, which is frankly dangerous. Reform UK leader Nigel Farage has told the BBC that Musk, the world's richest man, is in talks about making a donation to the party. The two men met at Trump's Florida retreat last month. There have been numerous investigations into the systematic rape of girls and young women by organized gangs, including in Rotherham, Cornwall, Derbyshire, and Bristol. Inquiries into Greater Manchester Police's handling of historical child sex abuse cases in Manchester, Oldham, and Rochdale have also been carried out. Earlier on Friday, Health Minister Andrew Gwynn suggested Musk ought to focus on U.S. politics, where he is set to act as an unelected advisor to the Trump administration on cutting federal spending. Speaking to LBC Radio, Gwynn added that child grooming was a very serious issue, pointing to previous investigations which had taken place into sexual abuse scandals. "There comes a point where we don't need more inquiries, and had Elon Musk really paid attention to what's been going on in this country, he might have recognized that there have already been inquiries," he said. Charity finds more than 500,000 child abuse victims. Streeting defends timescale for social care reform. The Independent Inquiry into Child Sex Abuse, ICSA, which published its final report in 2022, described the sexual abuse of children as an epidemic that leaves tens of thousands of victims in its poisonous wake. It knitted several previous inquiries together alongside its own investigations. Professor J said in November she felt frustrated that none of her report's 20 recommendations to tackle abuse had been implemented more than 2 years later. She said, "It's a difficult subject matter, but it is essential that there's some public understanding of it. But we can only do what we can to press the government to look at the delivery of all of this. It doesn't need more consultation. It does not need more research or discussion. It just needs to be done."